Solana on the daily chart, as you can see here, starting to move to the upside. Made a video with this chart yesterday. Let's go through it real quick. Back over here, I'm going to look at the history of this chart, looking for other pullbacks similar in dollar amount. So this first area that stood out for me, this pivot high to pivot low, going to project it to that pivot high. That'll be my first price relationship. Next, I'm going to use swings in the same direction. This is a little bit more complicated. From that pivot high to pivot low, I'm going to project it over here. That'll provide the second price relationship. And I can also use my Fibonacci retracement, clicking from this pivot low to pivot high. When I make this pull, I also have a 786 retracement right against that zone. Now there's some potential support right around that 150 and some change. Coming back to this chart, definitely see some strength coming to this chart. What we like to do next, if you're not in this chart already, we want to look for some pullbacks. Jumping down to the hourly chart, I want us to practice looking for these pullbacks. So this is where price is currently trading at, and then we do have a new recent pivot high. I'm looking at these pullbacks. See this pullback right here? You gotta be able to identify these pullbacks on a chart. These swings highs to swings lows. Pretty fast, with a lot of practice. And you want to start measuring them, see how they compare to one another using that trend-based fib extension, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low. I'm going to walk it backwards. So you can see that swing is very similar to this swing over here, which is also very similar to this swing over here as well. So the price pullback between these three are very similar. But now if I were to use it against that new recent pivot high, it will bring the price back below that 200 moving average. That's not what I want. This is how I decide to make and choose my spots. I like to see price float a little bit higher above 200. And from there, when I start to do this projection from that pullback, if it does start pulling back, I like to see that 200 moving average using it as a support rather than a resistance. If you'd like to learn how to find high probability setups using Fibonacci analysis, check out my course in the descriptions below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe now. Hit that notification button. Our first goal is 1,000 subs. We go over cryptocurrencies as well as US equities. Love to hear from you in the comments area. Talk to you soon.